Hello everyone, and welcome to another video with Pucks that I will be playing today. Yeah, we already found an opponent, so I'll put the deck list in a moment. Okay, so this is the deck list I am playing. Oh, we get to start. That's good. Turn 1 Liliana or turn 1 Trinisphere seems good, but we only have one land. I like double discards. I'll have to think about it for a moment. Yeah, I'll talk. Like, I didn't change a lot of cards, but I think I'll keep this just because of the Dark Ritual. We do have a lot of land, so I could just Thoughtseize, and probably they're not gonna... Yeah, I probably Thoughtseize and try to protect my Dark Ritual. In case they have a discard spell, I probably take that one, so they can't take my Dark Ritual. Okay, they had a Force of Will for the Trinisphere, so that would have been quite bad for us. Because then we would have wasted our Dark Ritual and our Trinisphere, and we wouldn't have anything to do. Tropical. They're keeping open Spell Pierce. That's so we'll probably take their Spell Pierce here. Oh, really Spell Pierce this. I shouldn't have removed the cards in hand yet. Since they're a Delver deck, they do have Stifle, so playing Liliana is kind of risky. Maybe I play the Trinisphere. I thought they only had one land. So if I draw any land, this Liliana into Tombstalker could be good. And I think I have to get rid of my Tombstalker here. Like, I'm still gonna need a lot to be able to play this, and I want to have Liliana at least on 4. So I could play... like, if they stifle the first one to make him sacrifice something, I could still use it twice or something. And just getting this up seems really good against the deck with Nimble Mongoose, and... I guess... Brainstorm is not great, because it's... Brainstorm into a fetch land is going to be really rough with the Trinisphere. Delver, I can make him sacrifice it. Force is going to cost 3 mana. Stifle, like, you can't really keep open Stifle, so I'll probably take the Ponder. Seems like the best cantrip with only... If he only reaches 3 mana, that's probably the best cantrip he could play. By the way, I think Rug Delver, or Canadian Threshold as it was called at the time, was one of the best matchups for Pox. So we should be in a good spot here. I mean, not just because the situation we're in right now, just in general this matchup should be good for us. I don't want to ultimate this into a Stifle and then they drop a creature and I lose. So this should be at 9 probably before... Okay, it's gonna end of turn Rainstorm. She should probably be at 9 before I ultimate, because then she goes down to 3. Then I can still kill a creature without her dying. And as long as my opponent has cards in hand, there is no reason not to up her. Oh yeah, tap 3. Like it's clear here, ticking up this Liliana is gonna win us the game. Like, this Tombstalker would not have done it, and just bossing the Liliana was the best thing we could do. This, what does this kill? It does not kill Delver, it does not kill Tarmogoyfs or Nimble Mongooses, or even what's it called, Hooting Mandrills. So I think unless they play Young Paramounts, which usually they don't, this is not going to be great. I'll put in the sacrifice effect against yeah, all their Shroud creatures. Maybe Damnation. Like maybe Ratchet Bomb. I don't think I want a Ratchet Bomb, but and on the draw, I'm gonna take out some slower spells, like a Nether Void. Maybe Thoughtseize because it's gonna cost us life. But on the other hand, we do really need to play through their disruption. So either a Thoughtseize or a Trinisphere. Like Trinisphere was kind of good there, so I probably could have Thoughtseize. And this hand is a keep. Like either we get to take some of their permission spells out, or we get to make them sacrifice a creature. Like Nimble Mongoose is not really dangerous yet. So we're just gonna Thoughtseize and take their disruption before we start wastelanding and innocent blooding them. Days force True Name. True Name is no problem because we have. Oh yeah, we have to, if we take the Force of Will and wasteland their island, they might never be able to cast these dazes. Yeah, so here I waste their tropical. They're gonna float blue to be able to hardcast the days. Then I go to second main and okay, they're not floating. They realize that I would just pass the phase anyway. So it's gonna be really rough for them to cast any of these cards. They could have drawn a Tarmogoyf into like draw a tropical this turn, so I think I just waste them. Okay. Turns out they drew something. So a collective brutality. I don't think I care about the creatures, I just choose the discard mode. Because they have double daze, so if I choose two modes, I just lose a card and they daze this. So if this is gonna trade for a daze, might as well not take card disadvantages. Card disadvantage there. I'm probably gonna Smallpox here. They're still very light on land, and actually, oh yeah, they can actually daze the Smallpox, turn the Volcanic to their hand, so they don't lose all their mana. If I'm going for the Trinisphere, I probably don't want them to waste my Mishra's Factory, right? So I might sacrifice it to the Smallpox. Which one do I sacrifice? Or I play the Swamp. Yeah, I think I want mana stability first and foremost, so I think I'm going for this. They force pitch True Name. Okay. Sure. Maybe we should have played the Swamp first, because now they can wasteland us and daze our Trinisphere. Yeah, I guess Force of Will playing the Swamp would have been better. So we play Trinisphere. If we play Trinisphere first, we take 5. We take 10 more damage. So that's quite a lot. But we're guaranteed they don't play anything upcoming turn. If we could deluge for 3 here. Yeah, I think my life is too precious. I probably need to kill this first. And then just hope the Trinisphere will still be in time. Because taking 5 more damage. Actually, not 5 more damage. We would only. Yeah, oh yeah, we would take 5 more damage. We would go down. Oh, Goyf, yeah. Trinisphere would have been better because now we take even more damage. Huh. Except if we draw Liliana. That was lucky. Anyway, if you had not topic Liliana, I definitely would have been better off with playing Trinisphere first. And they would just be locked out of spells completely. So I play Trinisphere, I use this as a blocker. And Liliana should probably do her work. GG, opponent. Okay, would have drawn a lot of swamps there. But that doesn't matter, because we won. So I don't think I made a lot of choices, but I cut the sinkholes completely, and I want to try out 2 collective brutalities. Like, they're not awesome, but they're flexible. So having 2 of them might shore up some bad matchups like burn, or just occasionally 2-for-1 them. And well, I'm back on 26 lands. Maybe I didn't even change that. And this deck is still trying to play 6 Lilianas, like 4 Liliana of the Veils, 1 Liliana at Last Hope in the main deck, and 1 in the sideboards, because she's not good against every matchup, so I didn't want to put the 6th one in the main deck. But Liliana of the Veil does something against every deck, so that turn 1. They're on a mulligan on the play, and we have turn 1 Liliana into start porting them. I think that's reasonable enough. It's not great if we get forced or face a discard spell. But it seems worth it to try. Elves, okay. I'm still starting with a Liliana. Here I definitely want to sideboard in the extra Liliana at Last Hope, of course. If this had been Liliana at Last Hope, we would just have been able to kill a creature every turn, like Guildrite Arbor be at 4 counters, kill Wirewood Symbiote be at 5 counters, and they would be kind of locked out of the game probably. Here I lead with Inquisition, because maybe they only have 1 target, like Liliana will take the 2nd card out of their hand. In case they had a Natural Order, maybe they discarded the 2 mana spell, and then my Inquisition wouldn't be able to take their natural order anymore. So opponent with 0 cards in hand. Seems like we're ahead. I mean, they do kill our Liliana, but we will play a Tombstalker in 2 turns. think keeping this as a... like, if I port them, they can't play Elvish Visionary, which would be good with Firewood Symbiote in the future. Or they couldn't Zenith for one. But I still think keeping them off attacking for one turn... Actually, I play Tombstalker next turn. I think I port them because I'm gonna take 5 damage here. But after I play Tombstalker, I'm probably not gonna take any more damage. So I think I can afford to take it. And then I can start double port them. The turn after I can double port plus attack or block with Mishra's Factory. From here on, porting them is more important than keeping over Mishra's Factory. Because they could draw a Gaia's Cradle into natural order, for example. Definitely blocking here. Not entirely sure why they're offering the trade. Oh, they can return it to their hand. Yeah, they're actually not losing anything. So they're getting in 2 damage a turn for free. Aquarian Ranger. Okay. Let's then return forests. So they're always gonna have at least 1 mana available, even with double port. Scavenging Ooze, okay. They can exile 2 creatures and go up to 4, so I think Tombstalker is up to blocking duty here. If I Thought Seize them, they get 1 more creature in the graveyard and they get to eat it. But I think I don't want them to cast it because eating it gives them like 1 more attack damage and playing it gives them 2 more attack power. Definitely need something like Toxic Deluge here. See, I need to attack 4 times, and they definitely need to attack less, so I got to play defense here. And the bad thing is they can actually use the mana with Scavenging Ooze, so... So I'm not gaining a whole lot here. I'm just forcing them to do it in their upkeep instead of later. Ooh, Pendelhaven is annoying. If I block Scavenging Ooze, he exiles something and grows this. I'll probably still have to block that one because otherwise I take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now otherwise I take 8 here. I need to block the Scavenging Ooze and trade. And then from then on I need to start defending with Mishra's Factory. But I can upkeep, tap their Pendelhaven to force them to make the choice early. Like they can't... I can choose a blocker. I can choose a blocker after they have activated Pendelhaven instead of the other way around. They did not activate it. That's kind of strange. I mean, if they're not gonna attack, it probably doesn't matter, but it would still be better to play it just to be entirely sure. That's a pity. If they top like a Cradle, I probably lose. I still got to keep the factory as a blocker. I don't think I can afford to take 2 damage. Those were very good draws. Probably losing to the Visionary Wirewood combo there. Okay, Cradle. And I die. Okay, GG. Probably my opening hand wasn't... like, it was lacking a lot of cards that I maybe should have had. So definitely putting Cage, Damnation, Liliana, probably to the Slaughter. Like, it only kills one thing. And probably not these, but they could be considered. Like, Ratchet Bomb seems reasonable, like to crack for one. Nether Void. They do play Cavern of Souls sometimes, so maybe I don't want that. I'm gonna cut these for now. I think I want mostly ways to deal with the board and with their hand, especially Natural Order, but maybe not all of those. Smallpox, Doomfall seems okay. Actually, Doomfall, you can't choose what. Actually, I can choose what to exile, but you can't choose which creature. So it's basically a sacrifice effect for 3 mana. Probably don't want the Confidence then. I'll put it back in one more 1 mana hand interaction. Yeah, I think maybe Dark Confidence is a bit too risky here because you can take a lot of damage just from them attacking with 1/1s. Although it does increase my clock by a lot, but maybe I need to play it like more like a slow control deck. I like bringing these in when you're not a control deck as much, like against Miracles, and maybe against combo decks. I mean, you are kind of a control deck against combo, but combo doesn't have a clock usually. Like, I mean, when they have a clock, they win. So that doesn't really count as a clock. Well, Elf still has a reasonable clock before comboing you out. Yes, I'd like to play first. All of these are very good. Probably lead with just a Thoughtseize, because playing Liliana first, like, she doesn't have anything to do anyway. Though she could be closer to ultimating if I can play her now already. Yeah, probably Dark Ritual, Liliana, and then Thoughtseize take away their Abrupt Decay. This means they can Zenith turn 1 for Dried Arbor, or like fetch for Dried Arbor. But I'm gonna kill the Arbor anyway, so maybe it doesn't matter. Start with a Thoughtseize, they probably have Abrupt Decay. No, they don't. Zenith gets stopped by Cage, so I don't care. All of these, they draw a card, but they die to... They probably just take an Elvish Visionary. These cards die to Liliana at Last Hope, but they still draw him one card closer to like a Natural Order or something that could kill me. Play Visionary. Visionary dies. Probably gonna make them discard here. It's better than the Smallpox. Okay, opponent concedes. This would ultimate in 2 turns. So I think I keep it like this. Dark Ritual, wrong Liliana. I think I still keep it. It has interaction with the board and their hand. And with their mana, so... Seems good. Let's see, play Liliana. Make him sacrifice. Ooh, that's gonna be really rough for us. I could have taken it with Thoughtseize, but I think the Liliana seemed really good. So it was very tempting. I can wasteland them here. I think I Thoughtseize first and see if it's worth wastelanding them. If Cradle, but nothing. Like they don't have creatures. They have Zenith to get a creature and Natural Order. Natural Order doesn't do anything by itself. Probably still take the Order. Like the Zenith, whatever they get, I make them sacrifice with Liliana. Maybe it's wrong to discard Rishadan Port, but next turn I can Smallpox. And if I don't, I can potentially... maybe I should have ditched this Liliana here, because lands can be quite important if I want to cast Smallpox. Opponent discards Cradle here, okay. We'll see if Liliana can beat Sylvan Library. So I can Smallpox and take away the last card in their hand. Oh, actually Smallpox takes last card already. So maybe I just make them sacrifice here. Here I think Rishadan Port would be really good because it would tap their only land. He kept one. But both of these permanents will die to my Smallpox this turn. Discard. This makes them sacrifice, but this makes them sacrifice as well. This deals with Planeswalker if they have the Nissa, but they're very far off from casting any Nissas, so... Yeah, this Rishadan Port would have been so good by now. Just even as another land to cast this Tombstalker. Because now we need to draw a land before they do anything. Okay, very lucky, but we also play 26 lands for this reason. And they're dead in 2 turns. Thanks to their own Sylvan Library. Good games, opponent. Ooh, sweet. I think this guy is on miracles. I think that means I'm gonna choose the draw here. Just gonna try it out, taking the draw. It might also make him think I'm Dredge, which would be funny if he keeps a completely wrong hand. I'm gonna keep this. It's not great, like it doesn't actually do anything. So it could be wrong, but I don't like mulliganing against control decks. Like we have turn 1 Trinisphere if he doesn't have force. That could slow him down by a lot. Hopefully. Especially if we get to wasteland some stuff. They only have 1 land? Or did they just accidentally F6 too quickly? They did shuffle off their ponder, so maybe they kept a 1-lander with a ponder and hoped to draw another land. But I've got some bad news for them. Yeah, I'm gonna exile something from their hand. Okay, yeah, they were on Port Miracles. They already revealed their hand. They probably didn't want to show it before conceding. But I already knew what they were on. This is definitely a confident matchup. Definitely Spyglass and Needle for Jace. to the slaughter for the same reason. Liliana only kills their Snapcaster usually, but it's a win condition. Like, if they can't deal with it before it reaches 7, we should be good. Gonna cut some of those. Not so sure about the Dark Rituals. I probably take out my Tombstalkers here. Like, it's kind of weak against Plow and Jace bouncing it. Ratchet Bomb could deal with Mentor tokens or Entreaty Angels. It could be worth keeping in for that reason. The same you can say about Damnation, but Entreaty Angels usually split at instant speed, so I think I'll leave the Damnation in the board and just keep the Toxic Deluges for... Actually, Toxic Deluge... If I'm on Confident instead of Tombstalker, actually Damnation is better than Deluge, so... Because I don't need to pay like 4 life to kill Angels. My mana is important, so I'm my Dark Confident as well, so maybe I cut a Smallpox. And I'm not entirely sure about Nether Void, Trinity Spheres and Dark Rituals, because they could top deck better to deal with these. I think I'll do it like this. Like, the Trinity Sphere was very good there, but in general, Miracles has a lot of mana, so attacking them, making their Jace cost 3 mana isn't gonna do it. Like, Nether Void could randomly win me the game, so maybe I should bring it back in if we lose this one. Opponent plays first. Yeah, this was one of the reasons to board out Dark Ritual. Like, it's very bad. It would be okay to play like turn 1 Dark Confident or turn 1 Planeswalker, but yeah, I'm gonna keep this, hope to find land. Then we Thoughtseize their Disruption and then play our Dark Confident on 2 probably. If you have an answer for Dark Confident after I Thoughtseize them, I might play Spyglass first. We'll see what they reveal. Baneslayer, Angel, Gideon, Jace, and that's very bad, right? So I think I take Gideon and then try to Spyglass the Jace. Play Volcanic. He could have put Counterspell on top. I actually think the Spyglass is more important here than the Jaces, so I'm gonna let them Counterspell this. Ooh, they put Force and Mentor on top. Okay, those were really good for him. Which means I got a Smallpox here. Discard another Smallpox because I can't afford to lose more lands. And it's a way to also deal with his Jace, just making sure he doesn't get to 4 mana. Discard Baneslayer. If we draw more land, I might Smallpox again, just to make sure the Jace is... Like, if he only has 1 card in hand, I'm gonna make him discard the Jace with Smallpox. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna Spyglass it. Getting punished for not sacrificing the swamp. He did Brainstorm, so he could have put the Jace on top. I think I lead with Spyglass. I don't want to sacrifice my last land. So he put the Jace on top. Yeah, because otherwise he would have discarded the Misty Rainforest and sacrificed a land. But then he would have kept top decking. He could have kept top decking more lands to cast the Jace, and we wouldn't have had a way to interact with it. For them not targeting me. If they would target me, they could really screw me on lands here, but... I think I'm going to Inquisition them here. I don't think they have double Jace. Oh yeah, that's very good. If they would have resolved the search, I would probably have died as well. Play Mentor, sure. We top deck a land to play Smallpox. We don't. Do I take the Jace and 2 damage? I think I do. They probably have like things like Wear Tear against their Curse Scroll, so... But we're not winning this game, I think. They did not shuffle, but they did not draw any non-creature spell to play this turn. So that's kind of double. I think I need to play the Curse Scroll here, because Smallpox he sacrifices a token. And now if we draw a land, we have we can play it, we have 3 mana to activate Curse Scroll and kill the Mentor by revealing Smallpox. This is 2 damage. So they could have an instant to play in response. I think we don't escalate, we just try to kill the Mentor, and if he has an instant in response, he's gonna cast it anyway, so then choosing the discard mode doesn't make a difference. Yep, and we dead here. They brainstorm in response, make another token, make this bigger. Maybe want a Nether Void, maybe I want all the Deluges. Fatal Push seems better than Instant Blood. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Dark Rituals. Even though we were screwed on mana, it was because we kept the one lander, not because we needed Dark Rituals. Smallpox, they are better at finding mana, so maybe I cut one more Smallpox. And I'll keep only single Fatal Push. Like it's not guaranteed to deal with the Mentor. And here it was not about speed, but it was about not having enough cards in hand. So being on the draw would have been fine here. Like it was actually, if we had not been on the draw, we would have had even less. We would have drawn even less answers. So I think I choose to go on the draw again. No black mana. I think I need to mulligan this because I don't have a scry. I have 2 turns to draw a swamp or Let's see, I have 16 black sources only. Yeah, that's too risky to draw in 2 draw steps. Opponent skips their first turn. They probably didn't realize that we chose to draw. Take their... I suppose that Ponder is better than Brainstorm here. Could also have taken Snapcaster for the long-term gain. Snapcaster is really nasty. He's shuffled, so he probably did not hit a land yet. Pithing Needle isn't guaranteed to do anything. Neither is Ratchet Bomb. I mean, Pithing Needle on Gideon could be okay, but I think we can afford to wait. Can I? It gives you more chance of drawing a counter spell, so yeah, I think I'm gonna play Needle on Gideon here. Like Jace is easier to, if we have Mishra's Factory, so we can beat the Jace the Mind Sculptor just by attacking it. He says, well, he probably didn't find a land. Yeah, well, this isn't fun. This is comment. Oh, yeah, he shuffled away a mountain. Okay, just jamming the Liliana and just go racing it to the ultimate before my opponent finds anything good. That's unfortunate. Now the question is, do I want to leave this at 0 to kill potential tokens in the future? No, actually I have Damnation. I'm probably gonna put it up to 4, not to 3. Yeah, 3 seems like a better number. Inquisition first. Plow, Predict, Search for Azcanta. Search is gonna be rough, like Search will get them back into the game. They have the Chase, so I definitely want to put this up to 3. I should keep the land in hand from now on, because I could draw Liliana of the Veil, and I don't want to get rid of this Damnation. Like, the Damnation is more valuable than drawing like that one more land if we already have 5 lands. So you put one more on there. The opponent has to discard Snapcaster. I didn't know about Snapcaster yet, so see, this one is unaffected. And opponent very unlucky. Discards entreat. Oh, we did draw the Liliana. Do I resolve it? If I try to resolve Liliana, I deal 1 less damage, but I think it's worth it. We might need to play a longer game if anything goes wrong. Although it will mean they won't have to discard to hand size anymore, so maybe it's not even that great. I probably discard first, take the damnation. Then play Dark Confidence. They discarded the chase, sure. And they should be dead next turn. Don't think they can draw anything that deals with this board. Like, they need to be able to kill all 3 creatures with just 2 mana. They predict target me, name swamp. They target me because I have more swamps than they have. Like, they only have 4 offs, and maybe basic island probably 4 off, maybe 5 off. But I have 12 swamps, so they are more likely to draw 2 cards with the predict. I'm not gonna play out any other cards or plus Liliana. Now, my opponent cast to said please cast Inquisition. Yeah, I think that would have been yeah. If you're already winning, you shouldn't be kind of rubbing it in. Like, if you're winning in such a way, you shouldn't rub it in. But apparently they wanted, maybe they wanted to reveal a certain really cool card in their hand that I never got to see this way. Okay, 3-0 already cashed. That's a good start. I think I start all of my Pucks leagues with a 3-0 and then lose the last 2 ones. Okay, I'm good on ticks. The player. Yes, I would like to play first. His hand is tricky. Oh, actually, we're on the play. It's tricky, but I'm gonna keep it. He doesn't have double black, and this could get wasted, but Thoughtseize and Fatal Push are good 1-drops, obviously. Especially against such a deck. I mean, not Fatal Push, but Thoughtseize. I could... Fiery Confluence deals with most things in our deck. I mean, it kills Liliana's Trinispheres. It doesn't kill Tombstalkers, but I feel like this just gets them the most value. And it also deals a lot of damage, potentially. Plays Mountain. Play Mishra. Chromox Page, Spirit Guide, Trinisphere. That's funny. Unfortunately for my opponent, it's a card we play ourselves. So this is the one that can attack. So I'm not gonna cast this. I might be able to discard it to I'd be able to discard it to a Smallpox at some time. I wouldn't mind drawing one more land and play Nether Void. I think Nether Void would make it kind of hard for him to cast stuff. Oh yeah, I need to pay 3 mana for this Innocent Blood. That's annoying, but this thing draws him cards, sort of, so... Swamp, can't cast Fatal Push. Could call Nether Void, but then we are probably screwing ourselves. So... Deluge for 2 seems the best here. Ooh, that's rough. I definitely play Collective Brutality, take the Fiery Confluence first. And then escalate and drain 2 by discarding the Trinisphere. Oh yeah, I need to pay 3 mana, I keep forgetting. Fortunately, Tombstalker does not die to Chandra, because Chandra only deals 4 damage to a creature. So I think I pay 5 mana here and delve as little as possible. I might be able to cast another Tombstalker here next turn if I draw like a land and he doesn't draw a Snaring Bridge. You can actually cast the Snaring Bridge through a Nether Void, so maybe Nether Void doesn't do anything anymore here. I want to the Slaughter, to kill their Chandras. These go out. Probably Dark Ritual goes out as well because they're Chalice deck. Liliana just has a Planeswalker value Sorcerer Spyglass to stop their Planeswalkers. Needle is kind of tricky because they play Chalice, but if they don't have Chalice I can still needle one of their Chandras. Ratchet Bomb deals with their Chalices. Confidence seems like a reasonable option. They do have Fiery Confluence and all these board wipes, so probably Confident is actually not at its best here. Damnation... Is Damnation better than Deluge here or not? Yeah, actually I play my Tombstalkers, so I think I stick just to the Deluges. Fatal Push, like it seems hard. They have a lot of 3 mana things, and Revolt is hard to get by under a Blood Moon. Then probably get one more thing. Yeah, maybe the Nether Void. They do tend to produce a lot of mana. I'm gonna keep this. If they don't Chalice me, I should be fine. Okay, they do Chalice me. But I have a clock. Maybe they just kept only a Chalice hand and they could be weak to Mishra's Factory. At least this attacks Chandra very well, because it doesn't die to sorcery speed. Huh. So we drain, we kill the creature, we probably also make them discard. Due to the Chalice I have a lot of dead cards. So I discard Thoughtseize and Inquisition. If I kill the Chalice, keeping the Innocent Blood is gonna be worth more than discard spells, since they're already almost empty-handed. They have a 4th land to cast Chandra, so Wasteland is not good. I think I'm just gonna raise him. Actually, I think I just want to waste them here, take the Ancient Tomb, so in case they draw Chandra, they can't like double spell. Takes the damage of the clock because I can't attack for 4, but he's at an odd number anyway, so I think that's probably fine. Maybe I should have taken the City of Traders, because the Ancient Tomb costs them life. And I still like my reasoning of like, yeah, I knew they had a mountain in hand, so if they wanted to play it, they had to sacrifice the City of Traders anyway. But if my opponent draws a Blood Moon, I'm actually in a lot of trouble, because I have nothing else going on. So they have one turn to draw Blood Moon or Sorcerer's Spyglass. Opponent did not. So we lost exactly one, no, we lost 2 games. One against, I don't remember what he was playing. Oh yeah, Elves. One against Miracles. I'm gonna get a drink while we wait for the next round to fire. And the last round of this league, we're playing against EW Diaz. Never met this guy before either. I would think like with the league around 400 players by now I would have met everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. It's kind of missing a 2-drop or like one more, yes, one more 1-drop. So we might not do anything on our second turn, but if we're up against a creature deck, we should be in a good spot at least. And they're not a creature deck. They have only one land and a probe, so I probably have to take their... This is their only guaranteed mana, the LED. So they're gonna probe Duresses, or maybe just Duresses without probing. I don't think there is even a reason to Duress, because I can't cast any of these spells. Yeah, now he can Duress and take the Nether Void, so it's definitely smart of him to wait. Because now he'll have one more option. Like if I draw Dark Ritual, I could have cast this Nether Void next turn. Ooh, he did not hit a blue source. So if we draw a Wasteland, we could also blow him out, like, since he doesn't have any mana. Or this seems also good. Discard the land. Our only 4-drop is the Nether Void, so we don't care about having a 4th land. Not discarding the Toxic Deluge at least means that he's not gonna win by goblins for now. Discards Infernal Tutor. If he draws land, he can actually Cabal Ritual. If he draws a fetch land, he can Cabal Ritual into Ad Nauseam. Or if he draws a Dark Ritual. Not bad. Yeah, our hand was definitely too slow against the combo deck. Crack this for red. Are we dead? It's annoying now we don't get to see the storm. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 5 with Passing Flames, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, and the 9th one is... the 9th one will be Tendrils for exactly lethal. And you could even probe to get more storm count, so I'm not conceding, like you never know, he accidentally goes for Empty the Warrens, but I don't think he's that stupid. He doesn't even have red mana actually, so... Probably first, sure. Okay, he wants to go for the overkill, that's fine. So, in come the Dark Confidence, the Gauge and Graph and the Surgicals. Out go Tombstalkers, Fatal Pushes, Innocent Bloods, Liliana Lost Hope. Since I'm on Dark Confident, I like cutting a Smallpox sometimes, but probably I just cut a Curse Scroll with this configuration. Like all of these cards do something else except just deal damage. So I prefer keeping all of them in. I could also bring in Damnation to have even one more out to Damnation. Because I've lost a lot against Storm, even like through Empty the Warrens, even though I have outs to it. So I could see bringing in Damnation for sure. So I start with... I don't think there's any reason to not start with Thoughtseize instead of Inquisition. See, they don't have black... They don't have blue mana yet. You can Duress me. I think I'd take Duress. Then you need to therapy me and blind name the correct card. I think I just Brutality and drain them, discard land. I don't need Urborg anymore, it's only gonna help them. Dark Ritual, Infernal Tutor is the only payoff card. Like next turn you could actually go Dark Ritual, Infernal Tutor, crack LEDs in response. So that's definitely the card I need to take. Therapy me, sure. Liliana probably, because I'll be a 3 mana next turn. Like if I had him to Torek, I would have cast it here. Like my deck doesn't play him, but my opponent doesn't know that. So I think Liliana or Nether Void should be the cards that he names here. Yeah, he names Liliana. That's the correct choice. Because I want to be able to cast Nether Void if I draw it, I think I don't escalate to Collective Brutality here, because then I would need to discard a land. Let's start by Inquisition, that's the card he knows about. Bunch of LEDs. I think I take LED and the Dark Ritual here. He still has 2 LEDs, which is kind of annoying. That I can't deal with. But the Preordain doesn't do anything. Like, you need to draw exactly basic island for it to be good, the Preordain. This is the reason Dark Confidant is in his deck. Like, we're empty-handed and our opponent still has cards that could potentially kill us. So we need to draw... If we get to draw 2 possible like disruption spells every turn, or like even if like we're probably drawing 40% lands or more, so being able to draw not a land every second turn but 1 land and a disruption spell every turn is just very good. Let's see, if we take Brainstorm... Oh, he bottomed both cards, so he doesn't know what's on top. So we take Brainstorm and then port his blue source in upkeep. So he can't cast a Ponder. He could top deck a Dark Ritual into Infernal Tutor and kill us with this. Okay, so he knows about the Deluge. That's not going to be a big surprise then. Again, I could keep this in hand in case I draw Liliana. Probably a mistake of playing it out already. But of course, I could also draw a land. I could like draw double Trini Sphere and one... No, actually that doesn't make a difference. Like maybe I could draw a land and double spell? No, I don't think... I probably just made a mistake. I can't imagine any situation where I want to play the land on that turn. Dark Ritual, Swamp. And here I can play the Swamp because the Dark Ritual is kind of a dead card anyway. Still tapping the island. By now he could definitely have found something like a bunch of Dark Rituals and Infernal Tutors. So, but I'll have to risk it. Like, I know for sure that he has the... Ponder. And I don't know. So it's better to play around something he has for sure than it is to play around something that he may have or may not have. Discards Infernal Tutor, so I'm really lucky he didn't draw another mana source then, because he could just have laid out the Lionside Diamonds and Tutor. And then he would have 6 mana floating, which could have been enough for Past in Flames. No, actually he only has 1 ritual. I'm not playing out the Wasteland here, because if I draw something like a Trinisphere next turn, I still want to discard the Wasteland to my Liliana. Oh, that's very good. I was actually considering tapping the Swamp this one turn, because we are getting close to killing him, and he definitely needs black mana to kill us at some point. So it was risky, but then again, like, if we let him tap with Ponder, he could just Ponder for a black mana. So I'm not sure if it made a difference. Oh yeah, we're still in his upkeep step. That's let's hope we're not dead here. Opponent has 6 cards in hand, and 2 of them are really good. So yeah, we are potentially very close to dying. Okay, we are probably dying. So yeah, we're probably losing this round. So I'm just asking my opponent if he wants to split. Because, like, yeah, we lost this one, we ended 4-1 in theory. Yeah, actually we need to have one more round here. Okay, so we lost this game, but and yeah, I'll probably play the deck more in the future. See you for next video.